Oh, macros. Hold on a minute. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Can you guys type in just to make sure? Bitrate 1750, man. That needs to go up. Somebody there? Let me just type. I went off the air there. There. I need your help. I need to ask you a question or two. Is anyone out there in internet land? We got 4 people, but I'm not sure that there's 4 actual people watching, or if I'm one of them, because I do have a window open. How you guys doing? All 4 of you. Slim pickings, man. Slim pickings. I'll just give it a minute or two. Wait a sec. Is this even public? 4 people watching. Wait a sec. Is this public? You guys there? I don't know. This is even public. Maybe. Okay, it says 2 watching. I just gotta wait till somebody types in something. Looks like it. 3 watching. 2 likes, okay. So it must be live. God, I love YouTube. Not. Real coins, thank you. Finally, somebody typed something in there so I could see that people are alive here. Real coins. Real coins. Are you in P3D, real coins, or poop, or whatever? I just have a couple questions. I kind of want to throw some questions out there in terms of... First off, how is my lips? Are they okay? I watched the last live stream there that I did, and it wasn't very good. Am I in tune? I'm in poop. Okay. Thank you, sir. Have you experienced in P3D too? Oh, speaking of poop. Oh, I don't feel so good. I'm just waiting for, supposed to meet up with this programmer guy. I didn't realize tomorrow was Friday. So I just got some questions. I want to dig in here a little bit, but were you in P3D too? I just want to ask a question, see if it makes sense. Oh, you got disconnected. There you are. You're back now. Is everything okay though? Is my lips moving good? Everything cool, or should I kung fu adjust the sound? Or is everything okay? I was in P3D. Okay, good. I have a question then, because I'm looking, right? I'm designing a program as well. Nothing like that. I think it's going to be super, super supreme. Nevertheless, well, mine has a foundation, a little laggy, is it? A little laggy, eh? But no drop frames. Okay, so the vocals is a little laggy. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me go up to this and then see if we got something there. Okay, check that out now. Tell me, I can perfect it, man. Appreciate it. I can adjust. Better? Why is the dog barking? Like I can go real up to get a... There, how about that one? Is that better? How about that one now? I just made a little change. This is 600. If 600 is good, if I need to go more, or I'm going the opposite, if I need to go more towards that, you just say higher, because I'm at 600. Usually there's not supposed to be any lag, man. I don't know what's going on. This is 600. A little more. That's 700. 700. I don't know why these things just don't work, man. I guess it's internet, I guess. 700. Good? Or we need more? Oh, you're on your phone. Yeah, it could be that for sure. You did get disconnected. Anybody else in the room? There's only 4 people, bro. I don't know. Maybe those other people don't want to talk yet, or they just like to view. Maybe it could be your phone, yeah. But I'll ask if somebody else pops in here. I'm just waiting for a couple of the other people as well. So, but anyway, I want to talk to you. Okay. Well, I want to get your opinion. One of the biggest problems my deal that I'm setting up here, okay, it's a little bit different. It's not with the same mindset, okay? You know how these clones came out and then you got Pooh now and stuff, and it went up high and then she went back. There's always a threat of that. I don't know. Were you ever in BitConnect? Real coins? You're on your phone. You got to actually type that stuff in there. That's pretty cool if you can do that. I can't do that. See, I want to get some input because I don't have all the answers, but you were in BitConnect. Okay. So the purpose of my smart contract is build longevity and grow. Okay, so it is hodling. Hodling is the key, but you know, at the same time, people can cash out as they need, etc. Okay, they can do all that stuff as well. But one thing I did like about, well, BitConnect was that it had a circuit breaker, a control mechanism, because with human beings it's different. So, but anyway, with my smart contract thing that I'm trying to put together, the mentality of everyone is already different coming in. It's not a game, etc. But I'm curious. What do you think? I'm just talking to you right now, and anybody else that joins in here shortly. What do you think if there was an actual time period? Because you know, okay, for example, you signed up with Pooh yesterday or earlier. I can't believe there's only like 3 people in here, man. Thursday, 8:30, maybe they're gone out and stuff. Yesterday. Okay. Oh yeah, you were the one that was earning. Is that you that was earning as I was talking? Were you on my live stream and then you were like, bang, I just made. Is that you? I forget, man. Is that you? Was that you? I think it was. Got a one-on-one convo here. It's okay. Sometimes it's better like that, but you're on your phone. It's got to be terrible to type. No, it wasn't you. Okay. So my question is, I'm trying to think if there shouldn't be like a hold mechanism. I mean, like, think about it. If someone's going to play the system, they'll come in or whatever, and then let's say they're big dudes or whatever. They start the thing, and then a ton of people come. Like, take, for example, Pooh. It's a good example. So it went to 700 and something, and then it came right back down. Okay, because people were able to withdraw. So the question is, shouldn't there be like a hold mechanism so that it holds for example a period of time before you can, like, I know, okay, you can drop in, you can take it out anytime you want, but shouldn't there be a little hold mechanism for, I don't know, 3 days or so? I'm just making up stuff right now. Like, wouldn't that be better or something like that? Or wouldn't that be better to control? And secondly, how about an option where it's a controlled sell? Because if you were in BitConnect, you remember the circuit breaker. And the circuit breaker is designed, Devium has something you can, Murata Money, how are you? Let's stick with this. That's probably something different. See if we can, 100, only sell 100 coin. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so my question was, and I'm just asking you guys because you guys play the game, but at the same time, you understand that BCC had a circuit breaker to control that selling. Now, I understand that some selling equals dividends or whatever you want to call it. But when it's crazy selling, when there's dumping, it's not a good thing for any of these things, including the one that I'm creating. But the mentality of people coming into the one I'm creating is going to be totally different. I can't see that happening. But if people should play it, what I'm trying to do is prevent the play, but at the same time not prevent people because of that option. You get what I'm saying, guys? So something you can only sell. So that's what I'm talking about, Murata. Something like that, because, a controlled sell is much, to me. Yeah, exactly, Murata. That makes sense. Does it make sense to you, Real Coins, and anyone else watching? Doesn't that make better sense? Isn't it based on, small cells is good, but then you get, for example, I'm going to omit I'm thinking anyway, I'm going to omit the charting, all that stuff, because my play is going to be based on faith, and it's just built on a solid foundation as far as I'm concerned. It really is. It's a different kind of animal. So just the people coming in on it already have a different mindset. But I'm just trying to see if I can come up with something in checking in, doing some spring cleaning. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like a control. Like, for example, I don't know about buying in. But it would be better if everything was on a more level playing ground, right? I don't know what the code says for these things. But it's my understanding that somebody can come in and put a big chunk and now they're a big whale and they're a threat to the game. I'm just speaking out. Okay, so you guys are agreeing with me. So I don't know what you guys would think because I want input from you guys, because I'm thinking if I design something with something that is controlled, it's again, I'm going another level, another step in the process, because I know that it's on the back of people's minds. And I liked BCC for the fact they had a circuit breaker. I was at peace in that thing, seriously, okay? Because things were controlled. I mean, like somebody wanted to do a hard sell-off, they couldn't do it. So option where it's a controlled sell, I don't know if you guys want to throw some things because, you know, you may end up participating in this. And so I'm trying to get some data in order to design it, because once you code this thing, once you get the smart contract in place, it's done. You can't do anything else with it. What do you guys think of controlled buy-in as well? I'm trying to level the playing field for, you know, I'm not trying to limit how much you can buy in, but maybe limit how much you can buy in at once. Isn't that what they do with ICOs? Like, you can't just go ahead and buy a ton and then they've only got a certain amount of ICOs. Just work with me for a sec, guys. I know nobody likes controls, but controls equals relaxation, equals controls a lot of the time, really controls the, you know, limit the whales. Yeah, like limit somebody like, let's say somebody wants to buy, I don't know what a whale is. I don't know. What's a whale? If somebody wants to buy, for example, 100 ETH, they couldn't buy 100 ETH. They could buy, let's say, 20 ETH. And I don't know how long that period is. Maybe the next day they could get another 20 ETH. I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Or that doesn't mean anything, right? That doesn't mean anything, because all of a sudden he's got the ETH. But it does slowly bring him in here. But let's look at the market, for example. Let's say Ethereum's diving. Then a lot of people will probably want to put it on something that would maintain a lot more, right? So they kind of want to move quickly. Okay, so I'm answering some of the questions I have as well. But I'm thinking in terms of maybe, I don't know if the math can be done on this, but no one should have like a huge chunk is what I'm trying to say. If there's a huge chunk, maybe limiting that huge chunk, is that making sense? In other words, it takes into account the size, the portion. Well, unfortunately, one dude comes in, he's got a huge chunk. The first guy that comes in, he's got a huge chunk. Second dude comes in, he's got a huge chunk. I don't know if that can be mathematically created. But what I'm trying to say, exactly. So controlling the price coming out of it would definitely prevent that part from happening. So maybe that's all that has to be done. But I was just trying to say, okay, you know what? It looks at the contract. Does he have an uneven advantage so that he can't buy anymore? I don't know if that's a good thing until it evens out a little bit more. Some more people in the contract, and then he can buy another bit. Like mathematically, to buy in, it has to be kind of favor the whole organism. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's going to be possible. But this at least would control the whale from dumping. So nobody can just, I guess right now what I'm asking is somebody can come in and buy how much, whatever they want. But when it comes to sell, they can only sell portions at a time. I don't know what those numbers are, but does that make sense? I'm trying to devise a system, guys, that just like completely, you know, rocks. The other thing I learned, I did not know. Good. I'm supposed to meet this guy tonight. I don't want to talk to him too much because it's tonight. Let me just look him up for a sec. He's not answering yet. This coder dude. Yeah, if they sell it, it will drive the price down. And I don't have no problems anyone selling. I'm not trying to restrict selling. I'm just trying to restrict selling quantities. I don't know how that would work. If, like, the deeper I get into this, the worse it's going to be mathematically. Because I'm just taking the one source code, trying to keep it, maintain it as close to it as possible. Too much stuff might screw up math. So far we have, whoever's in here, we have some things of slow, controlled sells. Because that would prevent, like, just take, for example, Pooh, what happened yesterday. Okay, same thing. That wouldn't have happened. So you got people buying in, and then when they want to sell, they have to sell bits and pieces. So the price wouldn't have dropped that quick. It would have maintained, and confidence would continue. That's the thing, man. Somebody plays the game stupidly, then shakes people. Makes people wonder, what is this, another garbage, right? So they're playing. In other words, it can sort of be played. Now, I'm sure, I don't want to minimize, but at the same time, some people are playing that so that, they sell, and then they want the thing to come down and then get a cheaper price. But do you guys, like, what I'm creating, what I'm trying to create, it's not a game. So I don't really want that kind of game. Now, controlled sells, natural sells, so that you can pay whatever, and, this and that is all okay. But at the same time, I don't want to control people, right? I don't want to control them into a corner. Let's say Bitcoin starts going, pounding up. It's a bull market, and you can't get a certain amount of ETH out to convert it to Bitcoin. But that's always an issue, right? Let's say that is always an issue. If something was like that to happen, I'm talking crypto people. The people I'm going to get is totally, I think it's a different beast. But at the same time, if I can address this, what's happening right now, then it's a much better system. I need you guys' input though. You guys that are in the P3D poo already, and maybe anything else. This is a time to give feedback, because I can see if something like that can be created. But I don't want to be like, oh, this is control, this sucks. The only ones going to complain about that are the ones that are manipulating the whole thing anyway, like the whales. Like anybody in crypto that understands, once a bunch of people gets in there and they've made enough, they will sell. I just don't, why not sell in portions? And the price gradually goes down. Everybody continues to get their dividends or whatever, and nobody freaks out. But again, I'm omitting the charts. I think omitting the charts and stuff would kind of make people relax as well, though. They're not looking at the charts and stuff. They'll be looking at the price and stuff. Does that make sense? Only like 3 people in this live stream? I must be doing something wrong. The good old days. This thing should be like 50 people, 40 people. Things have changed, man. I think, you know what it is, guys? I'm going to be honest with you. It's YouTube making changes, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't get notifications. A lot of people don't get those notifications anymore. Will be hard to omit charts. Well, all those charts you see are created by external, right? I mean, anyone can create those charts. Again, like I said, the contract that I'm trying to create will be more on people that are like long-termers, and then they keep taking chunks off the top. That's essentially it. They're not like crypto professionals and I'm going to play this system. So they're not going to be looking at charts. I think looking at charts, pressing the reinvest buttons, all that stupid stuff is where people become like addicted to the computer and they don't actually end up doing what they want to do in life. Right? So charts is part of it. You look, oh, what's going on here? Oh, why is it dipping? Oh, let me think. Oh, let me worry, right? So I mean, like, it's just, I would like to just simply even train, even not train, but even get people to understand that it's a long-term play. Those other ones can't keep up to what I'm creating because they're games. So the gameplay is different. When you're in a game, it's a win-lose situation. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, for sure, it's going to be holder, and the token's going to go up. These guys, this is something new. It's a new animal. The thing comes out, and especially clones, especially new ones, they go because early, the earlier you are, the more tokens you get. And so it'll double, triple. It doesn't take much to double and triple, etc. But then that's it. They run out of juice. People don't join. I think we've solved that problem already. This is a different animal. But let's say, I'm always thinking, let's say Mr. Somebody comes, oh, here's one, let's go, right? And they come in, which is open arms, obviously. Sure, this is perfect. But they come in, they do their thing, it pumps up, and then time to sell, and nobody's understanding what's just happened there. So if I can omit that, control sells, but what would be fair though? What would be fair? Like what would you guys think is fair? And mathematically, that's just adding another level. The easy thing is right now, just let it ride. But you know what happens when you just let people do whatever they want? Chaos sometimes. But P3D is kind of just holding itself. The only problem with it, it's not getting any new people. I know that all about that already. That's a huge problem on all of them. But anyway, it's kind of just holding off. So, I mean, it's maintaining itself. But let's say one of those big guys or two of those big guys decide to go, what the heck, I'm done with this. And then the whole bottom falls out. And I don't want that kind of mentality. So it would almost mean like they'd have to sell off slowly. But what is that going to do? Well, it's going to slow down chaos, panic selling. It's not going to necessarily slow down selling. But slowing down panic selling might save the day. What do you guys think? What do this other guys do? What did you say, Murata? Money? What does he do? What is the controlled sell? How much? How much? Like, what are you restricted to doing with that dude? His thing. Like, even buying in might be a good thing. Limitation on buying in. I'm just saying. Because you know how everybody, the big guy comes in and all of a sudden he's got the highest amount of dividends if we're talking about P3D. But just buying in sections, I mean, gives people an opportunity at least to make some dividends, for example, in a day or two. But at the same time, I don't know. The other thing I learned, which I didn't know, was that this master node link, which I'm calling this different. I'm calling it a FLO. What am I calling it? FLO master. I'm calling it a FLO master. The FLO master, okay, the master node only works for buying. I thought it was reinvests and selling as well. So, but that's not true, is it? It only works on buys. So if you want to buy something, then that's what you can use a master link, and that person gets 3.3%. But when you sell, it can't go through a master link. So it scraps one of my potential residual ideas, somewhat. People should be able to earn for posting a link, voting a link, and creating the content, as well as devs should earn percent. People should be able to earn for posting a link. It can't be done. Can't be done. Because you're adding some. Well, I'm just saying, for me, I can't do that, because it's got to be the money in, money out type deal. Okay, I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. There's no, see, it's not earning just because you post a dang link. Built into the percentage that is taken. Is this kid for real? Can I not get a break? Hold on one sec. No, that link part I'm okay with. I really am. I'm okay with that whole portion. The link is just saying, are you in the contract? Yes, send it in. And then they become, karma creators, which don't get anything until they achieve those two elements. So you obviously were in before. Right? The link, no, I see what you're saying, but it's just the buy-in and it somehow cookied will be okay, because there's extra amount of stuff that he's going to get, which is audience and likes and comments, right? But you need to, people organically post content. The big YouTubers will not post their link themselves for a while. Hard to talk about this over a chat. But you need people to organically post content. The big YouTubers will not post their link themselves for a while. You can't scrape too much buy, and well, the sells, they don't do it. See, the problem is if the sells, I believe that the reason why they don't pay on the master node is because the sells is a lot of people to divide up afterwards. When you got these little divvies, it's hard to divide up. It's not enough. It never equals, but at least it's something. No other thing, pays on the way down. So it's a unique thing, but it never covers it 100%. It's just a little bit. And if you take some more off that, then unfortunately, that's not good. And this will organically happen anyway. But I mean, it's not like, you need to accomplish two things to make you a master, right? You need to accomplish two things. You need to have 5 people, for example, to come on board and donate. I'm trying to name it all this stuff, like back the project. Okay, 5 different addresses, not 1, 5. Okay, and let's say, for example, 10 ETH amongst all 5. Like, it can be, this one can have the majority and then a certain amount of ETH on the other ones. But there should be a minimum, actually, because I don't want anyone to cheat the system and say, oh, okay, I got my other 4, which is a pain in the butt already to do, get 4 addresses just to cheat this. It was stupid to do that. But I'm trying to eliminate that. These kids are scattered throughout the whole dang day and night. They just do not leave me alone. There's not many people here, but I'm getting some feedback, which is good. Yeah, I'm happy with the way that works. I really am. It's like, okay, are you part of the contract? Are you a backer? Yes, upload your video. then the community will go and visit that YouTube. And if they don't, well, then it's not much. Like that works along with the valuation of the token. So either participate or you don't, okay, but nobody can complain because everyone has a ability to go and check out these videos, etc. But it'll get to a point when there'll be a bunch of videos. So I don't have the number there, but they will not earn until they achieve those two elements. So any earnings that they do, so therefore it's not really an affiliate link. No one can say that's an affiliate link. And that's what I'm trying to omit, is the whole idea of an affiliate link. Okay, it can't really be done according to my code. I don't know none of that coding part, but it can't be done. So this is the best way to do it. It's not like it's a karma link, in other words. Okay, so it's not like they're getting referrals based on that. They aren't. It's being spread amongst the community. Yeah, you need to get right because exactly. No, I won't lose them because it'll be easily explained. Right now I'm just explaining to you because this is fresh. It's a brand new thing. Two elements to make you a flow master. You're not a flow master until you can flow, okay? Meaning you're a recruiter, like not a recruiter, just content creator, and then those people come on your link and then they join up, okay? That's it. It's not just anyone's going to be grabbing the master link. That's what's happening with P3D. Okay, they're just using their own links. So they're taking off what should go to the community. They're saving themselves. Maybe you guys have done that already. Yeah, you are live now. Okay, so my point is not just anyone, tons of people. My experience has been not very many people can actually do any promoting anyway. And then thirdly, they call promoting the worst thing, but you can't feed an animal nothing. That's why Bitcoin's where it's at. Because there's nobody doing anything, no talking about it. There's no incentivize for it. But you don't want to incentivize the wrong people because what they'll do is take advantage of the link. They'll use it for themselves just to get the discounts. And it won't be used for what it's supposed to be used. That's for creators. You got backers. That's what people should be. Just a backer. If you don't create, then you're a backer. If you create, then there's just like anything, just like a job, just like anything. You have a period where you got to prove yourself type deal. And how do you prove it? You need, for example, 10 ETH in total of backer money that went in, and it has to be within 5 addresses. Not one address, not one guy comes in with 10 ETH and you're good to go. No. 5 addresses. Okay? You get what I'm saying? So it could be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It could be 2 ETHs on 5 different addresses. You're now a flow master. Rightfully so. You introduced 5 people into the system. So until you get the 5 addresses, it doesn't matter if somebody comes in with 100 ETH. That 100 ETH goes up to the community and gets divided up. How can anybody argue with that? Only the content creators, the real content creators, the ones that are able to, like they've got an audience and stuff. And if you don't have an audience, that's what the whole thing is until it builds up to a certain amount of ETH and distributed over 5 addresses. That's the proper way. Or else people just use their master. 3.3% of the ETH coming in is going directly back to them. That's not how it's supposed to be. I have to now, unfortunately, leave because my kid doesn't stop texting me to go pick her up. Yeah, and I just dropped them off not even an hour ago. I'm comfortable with that part. I'm comfortable. I just didn't want, number one, people using their own master nodes, okay, bypassing, collecting, just being smart Alex and doing that and just, and it just makes no sense. There's a community. Yeah, I want to eat her. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. See, the thing is I'm supposed to meet with this developer dude, right? So, This is the big question. First off, I didn't realize that only the buys for the master nodes. I didn't know that. So when someone sells, the 10% gets divvied up. Remember, it never equals, but at least it's something. So if you start taking from there, it's just not enough. But the community is there to help that content creator, right? To go visit his videos, to like his stuff, to comment, etc. And that, trust me, goes a long way on videos. They start to show interest. Every so often, somebody will put a, glad to see you in FLO, man. It's doing great. Not everybody, not spammers. That's stupidity. Just every so often, because people they watch the videos, they read the comments, etc. But this is one thing I wanted to see if we can get that down. So this is something for you guys to think about maybe when I come on next. I don't know if I'll come back here. So I got to meet the dude. Hopefully. If not, I'll maybe start it up again. But just thinking, these guys are playing this right now because they can. They can exit anytime, full. And then the price goes from 700 to 400 like it did with Pooh. That, to me, is tragedy. That's why the breaker is in place. So if you guys can think, what do you guys think? And then I'll work it with I'll ask the same question with other people. What would be the amounts that someone would be able to sell? And should it be just a percentage? I'm going to kill this kid. Should it be a percentage of what they've got in? That'd probably make it easier. I don't know if this is hard to code. Maybe nightmare to code. Should it be a percentage? I think that's probably the best, because giving an amount doesn't make no sense. So for example, you can only sell 10% at a time. Right? So if you're 10 ETHs, you can only sell 1 ETH. Maybe per day. 24 hours. The next day you can sell another ETH. I don't know, guys. I want this to be fair at the same time. You know what I mean? But I want to control it. So this, if there should be charts that come out, which I don't want. I don't want any of that stuff. I want faith. 100% faith. Just put your money there, right? Your ETH, and watch it pay you back. Okay? In karma. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? These ones like P3D that are going stagnant, that's because they just don't have the other part of the machinery that keeps feeding it. Or else they wouldn't be stagnant. It would be people coming in all the time. And as more people come in, guess what? They have extra. Dude has extra because he's been there. Now he'll sell a portion of it because he's like, man, I'm making some good portions off this. This is awesome that I'm getting this karma. And so it keeps, if you reach stagnation level and there's nothing new coming in, you're done. So there's nothing new. It's just not good for anyone. So you need to continually flow. So the creators need to be, secured with the master link, at least to the buys. At least to the buys. I thought we could do something else, but I don't think it's possible. I guess I got to go though. But I guess you could code something where it goes into a creator pile. For example, you get what I'm saying? You could possibly code something that a little tiny portion of each thing is going into a creator fund, an address. And from that address, maybe I'm just talking out loud, but maybe, once a week or something, there's a lottery that pulls out 20% of that to one person. You see what I'm saying? I'm just talking out loud. A little bit off a lot of people will add up pretty good. This is just something you guys can think of, but I'm just talking out loud. I think that might be a possibility where you just, a little portion of it, but again, this is all math, guys. I don't want to screw anything up. But maybe a little portion, but just giving someone, hey, yeah, you're going to get this, it's difficult. But a little portion off of a bunch of people into another address automatically goes creator fund. For example, in that creator fund automatically pushes from one of the addresses, from one of the creators, a percentage of it, and says, bang, a reward type deal, like extra karma, bang. Just to inspire people to be like, okay, man, I could be one of those people. Right? Or it could be based on effort. But again, you got whales. You got people that might be huge creators and nobody gets a chance. So maybe just a pool of people that anyone can participate and get a portion. I don't know. Just ideas. I'm letting them ride. I got to go. My daughter's going to freak. And we'll see if I got time. I'll come back. Thank you. But just write in the no. Just keep them in your head. Write it on paper so I can think about it.